Namaste. Just wanting to come online to show you a few movements or postures that you can do to really relax and to feel nice and grounded, especially at evening before you go to bed. So just going to take you through just maybe 5-10 minutes through a couple of gentle postures. So firstly, take yourself to a nice comfortable seated position, any way that's comfortable for you, either legs crossed or maybe even legs outstretched in front of you, nice and relaxed. And then see if you can close down your eyes and just start to tune into your breath. So you're not controlling your breath at the moment, just noticing your breath, noticing the inhale and the automatic exhale. Taking some deep breaths all the way down to the belly, really trying to fill up the full expanse of the lungs, so you're using the full capacity. Deep breath all the way down to the belly and completely exhaling the breath. A few more times. Being mindful of your posture, ensuring that you're not hunched forward, ensuring the shoulders are rolled back. Remembering that your neck is a continuation of your spine, so nice, tall posture. And it helps if you imagine that imaginary string through the center of the body that picks you up nice and tall. And just finishing off your last round of mindful breathing, and then allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And you can keep your eyes closed if you like, or just have a gentle, soft gaze. And starting to lay back on the mat. So you can use a cushion if that feels comfortable for you. If you have any pressure in your lower back, you can always place cushions underneath your thighs just to elevate your legs slightly. And the palms are up in the gesture of giving and receiving. Giving and receiving love, compassion, beautiful energy. And again, tuning into your breath. Allowing the breath to be full. And then gently hugging in the knees. Lowering it down towards your chest or anywhere where you can reach. Noticing the movement of the lower spine. So you might even feel the tailbone lifting off the mat slightly. And just playing around with your movement. It might feel good to ease your knees forwards and back, like I am. Or it might be nice even to do little circular movements. And you can feel a gentle massage on your lower spine, near the tailbone. And reversing the circles. And nice and easily coming to stillness, feet are still elevated off the floor. However, this time you're extending your left arm across the floor with the palm facing up. Turning the head to the left and easing the knees to the right, nice and slowly, nice and gently. And you may feel a release in your spine here. So take deep breaths here, beautiful deep inhale and exhale. And you might even hear a little crack or a pop, and that's totally fine. It's the stagnant energy releasing from your spine. Breathing freely, trying to ease the left shoulder down to the earth. So you're having free rotation in the spine. Breathing freely. And when you've had a few breaths here, you can easily start to slide off your right hand, arm at shoulder height across the earth, palm facing up. And on the next inhale, picking up the knees nice and tall. And then this time, as you exhale, turning your head to the right, easing the knees to the left. Gentle spinal twist. And I'll turn my head this way just so you can hear me, but you're keeping your head to the right. 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, you can imagine your breath traveling all the way down the spine to the tip of the tailbone. And on the exhale, imagine the breath traveling back up through the spine. 3 deep loving breaths. And when you've finished your 3rd breath,
On the next inhale, picking up the knees nice and tall again on the inhale. And exhale, placing the feet back down on the earth. Beautiful. Just hugging the knees in one more time. Maybe wrapping the arms around the legs. And if it feels nice to gently move from side to side, just do whatever feels good for you. So never into any pain. Always finding that point where you're challenging yourself. So you might be coming out of your comfort zone, and remembering when you come out of your comfort zone, that's where you grow, but never into any pain. So you can always ease off if that's feeling a little bit uncomfortable for you. And then when you're ready, we're just gently going to come up to a comfortable seated position. So you might like to cross your ankles, reach for the big toes, and start to rock and roll a few times. Have a little fun with this. It might bring back memories from childhood when you had a little play, just rocking and rolling, feeling that massage along your spine. And then eventually coming all the way up to seating. And then we're just casually going to make our way over onto all fours. And removing any obstacles off the mat. And ensuring that you have about 2 fist distance between your knees. Your knees are on top of your hips, stacked on top. And your hands are making their way down to the mat. Noticing that your wrists are underneath your elbows and elbows are underneath your shoulders. And you're putting your weight evenly through the palms of your hands and your fingers. Looking down, gaze is gently facing down towards the mat. And from here we're coming into our cow and cat pose. So as we inhale, we're going to depress the spine to navel, head comes up, tilting your tailbone up. And as you exhale, dropping the head, curving the spine. So moving through this at your own pace. You can go fast or slow, or you may even like to stay in each posture for the count of 20 seconds. Whatever feels good for you. Notice the free, beautiful movement of your spine. And if it feels good for you, you might like to even be a little bit more dynamic and start to bend your elbows, scrape the nose and the chin on the mat and coming all the way up to the tips of your fingers. And as you exhale, dropping back down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale. And just moving with your own breath, going as fast or as slow as you like. Feeling into the free movement of the spine. Notice how good it feels to be in your own skin. And then finishing off with the curved spine. And coming back to a nice neutral spine in tabletop position. Lovely. So from here, we're gently going to make our way into downward facing dog. So to do this, firstly, let's tuck our toes under, pressing down into the weight of our hands. So pressing into the palms of your hands, fingertips, and then starting to lift the knees up. And it doesn't matter if your legs aren't straight. You can ease your heel one by one, pressing your heels away and into the mat. So this is downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. You may like to even come to stillness and just gently starting to ease the heels further and further, closer and closer to the mat. So it won't happen automatically if you're new to yoga, but with time, eventually your heels will make their way all the way down to the mat. And it doesn't matter if your knees are bent, if there's a bend in your legs, that's totally fine too. So just finding that point that works for you and taking deep breaths here. And again, ensuring that the weight is evenly dispersed on your hands. So the palms of the hands, fingertips are spread apart, so you're engaging with the earth. Knowing your neck is a continuation of your spine, so your gaze can be just slightly towards you, or maybe between your hands, in the middle of your hands down towards the mat. Or you might even like to close down the eyes, picking the tailbone up nice and tall. And it's as though the inside of your inner arm is starting to slowly rotate forward a little. Breathing freely. Always connecting back to the breath. Deep, beautiful breaths. If at any time it's too much, you can always ease back down, dropping the knees down and coming into child's pose. So child's pose is a beautiful resting posture where we rest the space between the eyebrows, which is called the third eye or Ajna chakra. And we're resting our third eye on the mat. You can either have your arms by your side, nice and relaxed. There's no effort here. You're completely relaxed. Or if you like, you can extend your arms forward. So it's more of an active resting posture. Concentrating on your breath. There's also another variation of child's pose where you can open up your knees nice and wide. So opening up the knees, crossing the big toes if that's available for you, and then reaching the arms forward as far as you can, gecko grip with the fingertips, and resting the third eye on the mat. Deep, beautiful, loving breaths. You can think of your breath as love notes to your body. So bringing in love and compassion with every inhale, and with every exhale, letting go, releasing any tension that might have stored in your body. So just staying in child's pose for as long as you need. Always remembering your breath. Deep, beautiful breaths. And that's just a beautiful grounding practice you might like to do before bed, or even first thing in the morning if you feel like you need to really tune into yourself before you get ready for your day. So hopefully you've enjoyed those few postures, and I'm definitely going to share more with you. So look forward to sharing the live Facebook class with you coming up this Thursday. So hopefully you enjoy that and you can tune in. If you have your family there, see if they can come in and join in with you as well. It's such a beautiful practice. Thank you. Namaste.